Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Remington 783 chambered in 300 Winchester Magnum. Now I'm currently in the market for something a bit more powerful than a 308 while being flat or shooting, and while shopping I managed to come across this rifle at a very good price, so I thought I'd give the platform a shot before handing it over to a friend. Without further ado, let's get started with the first impressions and quick accuracy test of the Remington 783. Now the 783 is a budget offering from Remington, and this being my first introduction onto the platform, I must say I was actually quite impressed. In this class, I've always gravitated towards the Savage Axis, so I will be making a few brief comparisons to that platform, as it is one I have a very good baseline understanding of. Now starting from the back, the recoil pad is very well made on the 783. Thanks to the recoil pad, the recoil does not necessarily damage and bruise your shoulder, rather it creates a sense of whiplash inside your head, feeling like your brain is bouncing back and forth quite dramatically. Once you get used to that though, the accuracy potential with these rifles is very impressive, as I will go on to show within this video. Now the stock of the Remington 783 is sometimes criticized online, but I found it to be quite stiff and durable, at least in class. The only stiffer in-class synthetic stock I've handled, I would say, would be the Mossberg MVP Patrol. My particular example didn't have much contact on the sides of the barrel, although there was some contact on the bottom of the barrel. A little bit of dremeling and epoxy bedding I'm sure would go a long way and do wonders for rigidity and reinforcement. Moving forward to the bolt, it is very smooth in class, much smoother than the Savage Axis in terms of back and forth movement. When cocking and uncocking, there's a bit of resistance, but nowhere close to the dreaded hang-up of the bolt lift of the Savage Axis. The bolt head is fixed in place, and at 60 rounds, there is some surface buildup that can easily be wiped off. That being said, I have two big gripes when it comes to the bolt. Like most other rifles, the Remington 783 comes with a 90-degree bolt throw, but it seems to have a bit more interference with scopes than other rifles. Also, the thin pancake bolt knob is very annoying as your thumb slides off when maneuvering the bolt, as there's nothing firmly to grab on and the engraving scratches the inner part of your thumb. Oftentimes throughout this video, you'll see me operating the bolt, pushing down with my thumb while my fingers are anchored at the bottom of the rifle. The two-position safety works well, as does the side push bolt release. The trigger on the 783 comes with a bladed safety, the same style widely seen on many Savage models. It is adjustable, but right out of the box, it feels slightly better than the Savage Axis AccuTrigger. The top of the rifle comes with two separate bases, which have held very firm in 60 shots, no complaints there, and the top of the receiver is closed off. This helps for rigidity, but makes clearing jams a bit more cumbersome. The magazine fits 3 and can be loaded from the front, but it can also be top loaded, which is good if it's already in the rifle. I also had no issues single feeding with the magazine inside the rifle, and it is metal up top and plastic on the bottom. Very well built and put together. The barrel is a thinner profile, but not as thin as a Savage Axis, with less of a taper towards the nose. Looking up close, we can see some beefiness on the crown end of the barrel. The finish on the barrel and the receiver is also very well done, with no burrs or deformities on the inside of the receiver. The worst part of the design, however, is most definitely the plastic sling studs. Inexcusable no matter the price point, and with such heavy recoil, I didn't mount a bipod onto there as I wasn't sure if it could be trusted. All in all, my experience with 783 was quite pleasant, and I would put it above the Savage Axis altogether. The barrel nut system makes barrel swapping very easy, and putting this thing inside a chassis or a wooden stock would really bring it alive, along with the custom bolt handle. Even without that, the accuracy in my particular example with my reloads was very surprising, especially due to my lack of experience shooting a heavy recoiling Magnum. I will say, however, that Remington and other gun manufacturers should start making threaded barrels from factory mandatory, especially in their larger caliber hunting rifles with synthetic stocks. That being said, this will conclude my brief overview. Thank you so much.